great. Amchi, Mumbai. Mumbai, great. Which village, Nidhi? Okay, so many people from Mumbai, that's great. Even I'm from Mumbai. From Kolkata, okay, great. Mumbai, yes, Mumbai rocks. Jabita Navi Mumbai, excellent. Uttar Pradesh, very nice. Bonjour, Jian. Mumbai, okay, Kolkata. West Bengal. I find West Bengal, people from West Bengal, very, very, very sweet. Bonjour, Ritika is also from Mumbai, Vaibhav. Okay. So many people from Mumbai. Hi, bonjour. Bonjour, Naitik. So tell me, how many of you all know some words of the French language? Mumbai, Ghatkopar, okay, great. You know some words. I can see bonjour, I can see je m'appelle, I can see j'habite. Do you know any other words in the French language? Soumya has written avion, great. Avion is aeroplane, great. It's okay if you don't know. We learn a lot today. Bateau, yes, bateau means boat. Scissor, set, okay, the number 7. You're going to learn the numbers from 1 to 10 also today. Giraffe. Okay. School is école, excellent. In French, if I want to say very good or very nice, I can say bravo or I can say excellent. So I will be repeating these words again and again. Bravo, excellent. Ritika, very nice. You had started learning yesterday. Excellent. Bravo. Yes, bravo. This is the first word that you are going to learn since our friends are still joining. Excellent. The word for very good or excellent is bravo. Good morning, Anushka. Salut. You know the word salut. Very nice. Salut is an informal way of saying hello in French. Salut, like hi. Similarly, salut. Good morning, Harika. By the end of the lecture, I want you all to wish me the same in French, okay? So even if it's morning, even if it's anything, just wish me, instead of good morning, wish me the word in French by the end of the lecture. What do we call how are you in French? We learn today, Patul. We'll just start in 3 minutes and we'll learn everything today. Don't worry. It's very easy and very, very, very interesting. Good morning, Archana. Okay, we will wait for 2 more minutes. Bonjour, Kafia. Good morning, Adhika. Bonjour. Oh, it's not bonjour, it's bonjour. Don't worry, we'll learn it. We'll see everything today. Good morning, Vishesh. Good morning, Michelle. I know it's Sunday and we are a bit lazy on Sundays, but trust me, this is going to be very, very, very interesting. Bonjour, Kashish. Saurabh, how are you in French? We'll learn. Just 1 more minute and then we'll start with our session for today. Okay. Good morning, Ekanshi. Bonjour. Good morning, Manasvi. Okay, just a few seconds more and then we'll begin with today's lecture, today's session. Bien, very nice. The word bien is good or well in French. Nidhi, very nice. Bravo. Okay, so it's 11 o'clock. So let's start. Now, before starting, let me introduce myself. So, je m'appelle, bonjour tout le monde, bonjour mes amis. Je m'appelle Parafarik, je suis indienne, j'habite à Mumbai, j'aime danser, chanter, j'ai 23 ans. What else? So don't worry, all these things are in the French language, but by the end of the lecture, you will be able to introduce yourself. You will be able to give your small self-introduction in the French language. So now I want to say that since I'll be sharing my PPT, I won't be able to see all the comments or all the chats. So if you have any doubts, let us keep it for the end of the lecture, okay? For the end of the lecture. Till then, let me complete it and then we'll solve the doubts. Okay, so without any much ado, let's begin. Let's begin. I'll share my screen. Okay, I have. All right. Okay, so welcome to the French language seminar, everybody. Now, in French, welcome is bienvenue. Bienvenue. So I want to wish you all bienvenue. That is welcome. Okay. And today we are going to cover some basic phrases, some conversation starters, some pleasantries, some questions, and at the end, we are going to learn the numbers from 1 to 10 in the French language. Okay, so let's start. Now, before starting the language, let's learn a few, I think let's discuss some few facts about the French language. So now this language is spoken in 85 countries and around 275 million people speak this language. So first of all, I love this language. This is a language of culture, food, love, and I think you might be already learning about the French Revolution and the different aspects of the people of France and everything in your school. So why not learn this language? And okay, so now on the right side, you can see this monument, which is our India Arcade, which is located at New Delhi. Now there is a similar looking monument on the left side, correct? But the story is completely different because this monument is called Arc de Triomphe. Arc de Triomphe, okay? And this is actually situated at Paris. So like the Eiffel Tower that you can see behind me, this monument is also considered to be one of the symbols of Paris. And the significance of this monument is that it was built to celebrate the victories and the achievements of the French army. So see, both monuments are so similar looking, yet their histories are so different. This one is located in Paris and this one is located in New Delhi. Okay, so now some fun facts about the French language. Now, did you know that there are more than 400 types of cheese available in France? More than 400. So if you Google search for cheese pictures in France, they are of different sizes, different shapes, different colors. They are different circle, different. And the interesting part is that these French people know they eat cheese every day, every day. So every day after dinner, they sit together and they have cheese. Just imagine so much cheese. And on an average, one person has around 24.4, let's say 25 kg of cheese per year alone. So let's say the small Amul cheese cube is for 25 gram. So 25 gram. Now, if my maths is correct, 25. So each person has around 976 Amul cheese cubes, the equivalent of 976 Amul cheese cubes per year. Just imagine so much cheese. And also, the famous masterpiece Mona Lisa. Now, you might be knowing that it was painted by an Italian artist, but now it is found actually at Paris. So, in the Louvre Museum in Paris. So, whenever you want to visit or whenever you want to marvel this masterpiece, you can visit Paris and you can see the famous painting Mona Lisa in the museum, Louvre Museum, which is located in Paris. Okay, so these were some fun facts related to the French people and French culture. So now, without anything, let's start. Now, since we are going to kickstart a French language journey today, we have our two friends, Paul and Gauri, with us today to help us through this journey. And so he is Paul, and I would like to call him Monsieur Paul, since in French, Mr. is called Monsieur. So I would like to call him Monsieur Paul, and this is Gauri. Okay. Now, before starting, no, I want to tell you something about the French language. Now, this language, no, is a bit, how do you call in Hindi, atpata, or it's a bit different because not all the alphabets of this language are pronounced while speaking. Okay, you will learn. You will see why I'm telling you this because I have renamed this language as "Jo dikta hai wo hota nahi" language because half of the alphabets, no, while saying they are not pronounced only. So you write the whole word, but you do not pronounce all the alphabets. You will see. Don't worry. Okay, so let's begin with a few phrases and a few phrases and few conversation starters in the French language. Okay, so the first word, this universal saying, which I guess everybody knows about, is the word for hello, which is bonjour. I have repeated this word a lot of times today, and you all have also wished me, but this word is bonjour. Now, please pay attention. If you are writing down everything, please take a different colored pen and note the following. The N is silent. Okay, guys? So, N is silent. N has a nasal sound, so it is not to be pronounced. So, hello means bonjour. Bonjour. See, I know I can't see you all, I can't hear you all, but please practice at your place, okay? It is bonjour. Okay, it is not bonjour. Please note it is not bonjour. It is bonjour. Okay, easy. Now the second word is the word for thank you or thanks, which is merci. Merci. Okay, so whenever someone is greeting you, when someone has paid you a compliment, when someone gives you a chocolate, you can say merci. So instead of saying thanks from now, use merci. Okay, short and sweet, merci. And if you want to say thanks a lot, or thank you so much, you can use merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. All right. The word for hello is bonjour. The word for thanks or thank you is merci. And the word for bye-bye or goodbye is, okay, listen carefully. It is au revoir. Au revoir. Okay. Now see, the word that you can see is au revoir. But the thing is, these French people say it so quickly that all we can hear is au revoir. Okay? So just repeat. I know I can't hear you all, but still repeat at your place. Au revoir. Au revoir. Okay? So I will repeat all the three words. The word for hello is bonjour. The word for thanks is merci. And the word for bye-bye is au revoir. Okay, now we have our friends with us to revise these words. So they both are wishing each other bonjour Paul, bonjour Gauri, merci Paul, merci Gauri. Au revoir, Paul. Au revoir, Gauri. Okay. So these were the three basic words, very simple. Okay. Now let's learn some phrases or greetings based on the timing of the day. Now, what I mean by that is in English, we wish each other in morning, we wish each other good morning. In evening, we wish each other good evening. At night, before going to bed, we wish each other good night. So now let's learn these words in the French language. Okay. So now I have some good news because the word for hello and the word for good morning are the same. Okay. So the word is bonjour again for good morning. So whenever you want to wish good morning also, like you all had wished me right now, or whenever you have to wish somebody hello, you can use the same word, which is bonjour. Again, I'll repeat, don't pronounce the N, guys. Don't pronounce the N. Okay, it is bonjour. So, okay, this is simple. And the word for good evening is bonsoir. Now take your different colored pen and please note that the N is silent, the R is silent. See, I told you, the silent language, weird language. So it is, since even if it is written bonsoir, it is pronounced as bonsoir, bonsoir. Okay, so good evening is bonsoir. Okay, so when the sun has set down, or when after this pandemic you go down to play with your friends, you can wish each other bonsoir, bonsoir. And finally, the word for good night is bonne nuit, bonne nuit. The T is silent. So take your different colored pen and please write down that the T is silent. So the word for good night is bonne nuit, bonne nuit. So before going to bed tonight, wish your family members bonne nuit, or text your friends bonne nuit. The word nuit is night in French. So together it becomes good night is bonne nuit. So I'll repeat. The word for good morning is bonjour. The word for good evening is bonsoir. And the word for good night is bonne nuit. Bonne nuit. All right. We again have our friends Paul and Gauri with us. So they are wishing each other good morning, which is bonjour Paul, bonjour Gauri. Then they are wishing each other good evening, which is bonsoir Paul, bonsoir Gauri. And finally, they are wishing each other good night, which is bonne nuit Paul, bonne nuit Gauri. Okay, so till now, I hope it is clear. We have learned the words for hello, thank you, goodbye, good morning, good evening, good night. Okay, will go through it once again. Bonjour, merci, au revoir, bonjour, bonsoir, bonne nuit. Okay, so these were easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, since you have already mastered these basic words and basic greetings, let's take our conversation to the next level. So now imagine that Monsieur Paul is in India and he meets you on the street and he wants to know your name. So how would he ask you your name in French? So let's learn that. Now, if you want to know somebody's name in the French language, the question that you need to ask is, please listen carefully. It is, comment tu t'appelles? Comment tu t'appelles? Comment tu t'appelles? So now I'll break it down for you. The first word, this word comment, that you can see, it is not comment, okay? It is pronounced as comment. Even though in English it is comment, in French it means how, and it is pronounced as comment. See, I told you not all the words are pronounced in the same way as they are written. So the pronunciation is comment. Okay, please note down in your native language, or however you can remember the pronunciation. I used to write down in my native language so that I can remember the pronunciation, very well. So you can do that too. So it is como, then chew. Now take the Hindi word tu and make it a bit stylish, like the French people are very stylish. So instead of tu, say chew. So como, chew, como, chew. And the last part is tapel. Okay, the S is silent. Tapel. It is not tapele, it is not tapeles. Okay, please note it is tapel. Tapel. So I'll repeat the whole thing. Como tu t'appelles? Como tu t'appelles? So if you want to ask somebody on their name in French, you can ask this question. Comment tu t'appelles? Comment tu t'appelles? Okay, great. Now, if you want to reply to this question, okay, it's very easy. It is je m'appelle and your name. Je m'appelle and your name. Okay, je m'appelle. Je m'appelle. It is not m'appelle. It is not any other pronunciation. Please note it is je m'appelle and your name. So, for example, Gauri would say je m'appelle Gauri. I would say je m'appelle Para. Priyanka Chopra would say je m'appelle Priyanka Chopra. Who else? Rohit Sharma would say je m'appelle Rohit Sharma. Virat Kohli would say je m'appelle Virat Kohli. Okay, so it's like a simple maths formula. Just remember je m'appelle and just add your name. So I'll repeat the question and answer again. What is your name in French? Is comment tu t'appelles? Comment tu t'appelles? And the reply to this question is je m'appelle and your name. Okay, so here we have Paul and Gauri introducing themselves. So Paul is saying je m'appelle Paul and Gauri is saying je m'appelle Gauri. Okay, so now we have learned how to ask your name in French and how to reply to that question. Now these French people know they are very polite and they expect you to be polite also. So this Monsieur Paul has asked your name. Now the next question that he would be asking is how are you? He would be asking about your health. How are you doing? So now when in French you have to ask this question, it is, listen carefully, comment ça va? Comment ça va? Now see, this word comment, you had already seen in the previous slide. See, it was comment tu t'appelles. Similarly, how are you is comment ça va? Comment ça va? Okay, I'll repeat again. It is not comment, it is comment. Comment. The next two words are ça va. It is not kava, okay? It's not kava, it is sa. Ça va. Comment ça va? Okay, so whenever you want to ask anybody, how are you? You can ask, comment ça va? Comment ça va? And if you want to reply to this question, see, it's very easy because the sava, the sava part repeats in the question also and it is there in the answer also. So, como sava? Sava bien. See, the word bien is pronounced as bien. It means good. So, sava bien. Sava bien. And then you say thank you, which is merci, that you had already learned. So I'll repeat. I am good. I'm fine is ça va bien. Merci. Okay. So whenever somebody asks you, comment ça va? Arey, how are you? Comment ça va? So you can reply to this question. Ça va bien. I am fine. I am totally fine. Ça va bien. Merci. Okay. Comment ça va? Ça va bien. Merci. Okay. Very easy. These were easy peasy lemon squeezy as I had told you. Now, this Monsieur Paul wants to know, he knows your name, he knows how are you now. Now he wants to know where are you from, about what is your country. So, one second. Okay. So in French, the word for India is and, and, I-N-D-E, and. So it is the English word and, like you say anything, bread and butter, girl and boy. Similarly, that word and, but just make the sound instead of the sound. Darwaze ka the sound make. So India is and, I-N-D-E, and. Okay. Now, if he wants to know your nationality, he can ask the question, quelle est ta nationalité? Quelle est ta nationalité? Now we'll break it down. It's very easy. Quelle, Quellele is, it means what or which, and it is quelle. The next word that you can see, est, even though it is written est, it is pronounced as a. Like when you are calling somebody, you say no, a. Similarly, or the English alphabet A, of course. So it is a. It is not est. It is not east. No other pronunciation. It is a. So quelle est ta, T-A, ta. Quelle est ta nationalité? Nationalité. Even though the spelling is similar to the English word, but the pronunciation is quite different. So it is nationalité. Nationalité. I hope you guys are repeating after me. I know I can't hear you all, but please repeat after me. It is nationalité. Quelle est ta nationalité? If you want, you can write it down in Hindi or in your native language, the pronunciation. It would be very easy to remember. So what is your nationality is? Quelle est ta nationalité? Now, if you want to say, I am an Indian, okay, it's slightly different for boys and girls. See, you can see the first two words remain the same, which is I am. But the third word, for girls, there is an extra N and E. Okay, it is because adjectives differ in the French language for boys and for girls. So first I'll be saying the sentence for boys. It is je suis India. Je suis India. Okay, yeah. The N is not to be pronounced. Okay, so it is India. I'm talking about boys. Okay, girls, I'll tell you a sentence later on. For boys, it is je suis India. Je suis India. Okay, yeah, always remember yeah, India. Je suis India. And for girls, since there is an extra N and extra E, the pronunciation will be je suis Indian. Je suis Indian. Yen, Indian. Je suis Indian. Okay, so I'll repeat. For boys, it is je suis India. For girls, it is je suis Indian. Okay, so India was and. What is your nationality is quelle est ta nationalité? Then I am an Indian for boys is je suis India. And I am an Indian for girls is je suis Indian. Okay, for boys remember ya, India. For girls remember yen, Indian. Okay, now this was about India. Okay, now if this Monsieur Paul wants to introduce himself because he's a French citizen. Now firstly, the word for France in French, the spelling remains the same. So they have made it simple for themselves. Huh? We won't change our spelling, but the pronunciation of France in the French language is France. France. So the N would be a nasal sound again. So no, technically no pronunciation. It is France. France. Okay. So even though the spelling remains the same, the pronunciation changes like always. Now, the question remains the same. What is your nationality is quelle est ta nationalité? Quelle est ta nationalité? Okay. Now, if you are a boy, that is for French citizens, but still, if you you are a boy and you want to say, I am French. So you would say, Je suis français. Je suis français. So you may have noticed that I am means je suis, because see, in the previous slide also we had said je suis and the end. So je suis means I am. Okay. So for boys it is je suis français. The S is not to be pronounced. But for girls, since there is an extra E, the S is to be pronounced. So I am French for girls is je suis française. Je suis française. Okay. So for boys, actually these sentences are not much of a use to us, but still it's fun to learn. So I am French is je suis français for boys, and I am French for girls is je suis française. Je suis française. Okay. Now finally, this Mr. Paul or Monsieur Paul that you have met on the streets of Mumbai or Calcutta or anywhere, he knows everything about you. Now he wants to, ask you where do you stay, because he wants to visit you. He wants to have vada pav. He wants to have mishti doi at your place, homemade. So he wants to ask you, where do you stay, Baba? Where do you live? So if he wants to ask you this question in French, the question is, listen carefully. Où habites-tu? Où habites-tu? Okay, now I'll break it down. The OU word that you can see is où, like the owl does oo, 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 oo. And the next word live or stay is habit. Now I want you all to take your colored pen and please note that the H is silent and the S is silent. Okay. So it is not habites, it is not anything. It is not habites, it is not habite. The pronunciation is habit, habit, habit. Où habites-tu? See, you remember we did the stylish version of tu in Hindi, which was tu. So, où habites-tu? Où habites-tu? Where do you stay is où habites-tu? So, Mr. Paul or Monsieur Paul would ask you, où habites-tu? Now, if you want to reply to this question and say, I live in Mumbai, I live in Pune, I live anywhere, in any city, you can use the sentence J'habite à and your city's name or your area's name. J'habite à. So, for example, if I stay at Mumbai, I would say J'habite à Mumbai. If I stay at Pune, I would say J'habite à Pune. If I stay at Delhi, I would say J'habite à Delhi. Understood the structure? It is J'habite à plus your city's name or your area's name. So for example, in Mumbai, if I stay at Kandivali, I can also say J'habite à Kandivali. If I stay at Bandra, I can say J'habite à Bandra. Very simple. Again, like a maths formula, all you have to remember is J'habite à plus your city's name. Okay, J'habite. The pronunciation is J'habite. 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 Okay, see in the question it was habit. So remember like this, habit, and in the answer it is J'habite. So Ja, and Ja. Okay, J'habite à Mumbai. Okay, so this was the question for where do you stay, which is où habites-tu? And the answer is J'habite à and your city's name. Okay, so these were the few phrases and greetings and conversation starters. Now, to make things easier, I have made this small song for you, and it's very easy. And I hope this song helps you to remember everything very nicely. And you have already learned all these words. Still, the translation is given below in English. So I'll sing the song for you. Okay, tell me if you liked it or not. Bonjour, bonsoir, bonne nuit, bonne nuit, bonne nuit. Bonjour, bonsoir, bonne nuit. Je m'appelle Para. Comment ça va? Ça va bien, ça va bien, ça va bien. Como ça va bien, merci, au revoir. Okay, see, we have covered all the greetings and sentences, most of the sentences, and I think it would be easier for you to remember it like this. So please sing the song at your home. It will be very easy for you to remember. I'll sing it again. Bonjour, bonsoir, bonne nuit, bonne nuit, bonne nuit. Bonjour, bonsoir, bonne nuit. Je m'appelle Para. Como ça va bien, ça va bien, ça va bien. Como ça va bien. Merci, au revoir. Okay, this was the song, greeting song. Please practice this so it will be easier for you to remember. And now I'll show you how to use these sentences to introduce yourself. One second. So for the self introduction, I'll help you with a self introduction. It is bonjour, je m'appelle, and your name. Then je suis India ou Indienne. J'habite à, and your place. So j'habite à Mumbai. Merci. Au revoir. Okay, so I'll introduce myself. Bonjour, je m'appelle Para. Je suis indienne. J'habite à Mumbai. Merci. Au revoir. Now I have made, one second. Okay, since we all know that for boys I am Indian and for girls I am Indian is a slight different. You can take the picture of this slide, and for boys, so for example, if Virat Kohli is introducing himself, he would say, bonjour, je m'appelle Virat Kohli. Je suis India, ya, India. J'habite à Mumbai. Merci. Au revoir. And if Anushka Sharma, who is a girl, wants to introduce herself, she would say, bonjour, je m'appelle Anushka Sharma. Je suis indienne, yen, indienne. J'habite à Mumbai. Merci. Au revoir. All right. So these were the few sentences. I would, one second. I would again introduce myself. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Correct. Okay. I hope you all can see this. So I would introduce myself. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Para Parekh. Je suis indienne. J'habite à Mumbai. Merci. Au revoir. Okay. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Para Parekh. Je suis indienne. J'habite à Mumbai. Merci. Au revoir. Okay. Now we have learned few greetings and everything in French. Now let's quickly learn the French numbers from 1 to 10. Okay. 1 second. Okay, I'll be sharing my screen again. Okay, great. So now let's learn the numbers from 1 to 10. So 1 in French is ah. Okay, whenever you are remembering something, you make the sound ah. Similarly, the pronunciation is ah. It is not un, it is not yun, nothing, it is ah. The number 2 in French is the. So the X is not to be pronounced, the X is silent. So 2 in French is the. Okay, so the. 3 is trois. The S is silent again. See, all silent alphabets in the French language. So the S is silent in this word and it is pronounced as trois. So the, trois. 4 is quatre. Okay, so the, trois, quatre. 5 is sank. The ship sank in the water. The boat sank in the water. Sank. The, trois, quatre, sank. Then see, 6, the spelling remains the same. S-I-X. They were very lazy. They don't want to change the spelling. but they want to change the pronunciation. So the pronunciation is not 6, but the pronunciation is seize. Seize. Okay, it's not 6, it is seize. Like seize the moment, seize the opportunity, seize. So the through a catch sang seize. The word for 7 is set. Set. So please note that the P is silent in this word. So instead of saying sept, it is not sept, it is set. And it is a talwar ka ta, not tomato ka ta. It is not set, it is set. Set. Okay. The through a catch sang see set. The word for 8 is wheat. Wheat. So the H is silent and it is pronounced as wheat. Wheat. The through a catch sang see set wheat. The word for 9 is nuff. 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 So I know it's Sunday morning and you might be saying enough with your studies, enough. So remove the E from the enough and say nuff. Nuff. Okay. So 9 is nuff. And finally, 10, which is similar, the spelling is similar to 6. Instead of C's, it is these. So 6 is C's and 10 is these. These. Okay. So always remember it is rhyming. Seize these. Seize these. So I'll repeat. The, through, quatre, cinq, six, sept, huit, neuf, these. Okay, I'll repeat again quickly. The, through, quatre, cinq, six, sept, huit, neuf, these. Okay. These were the French numbers. My voice is not coming, or is it coming?
It's coming, Para.
Okay, okay.
Para, it's coming, it's clear.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Okay.
I will repeat the numbers once again. So as you can see behind me, the, through, quatre, cinq, six, sept, huit, neuf, these. So these were the French numbers. See, you can see behind me. So simple, so small words and very easy to remember. Okay. So today we have learned the French. I'll change the numbers. Okay. So today we have learned the French greetings, French conversation starters, pleasantries, how to introduce yourself in the French language, and finally the French numbers from 1 to 10. Now I hope you have understood everything that we have done today. Okay, and do you have any doubts? Have you not understood anything?
I loved your song. Yes, we loved Para Miss. Yes, I loved in Sab kuch, no doubt, ma'am. They understood so clearly today. No,
Okay.
it is all clear. Thank you, children.
They are very intelligent.
Yeah, very good children. So, Para Miss, I have few announcements for children. You can do the announcement, in fact. In the whiteboard, if you can write like support@g skill-live.com, where they have to send their videos. If you can say write it on the whiteboard, it would be easy for children to take a screenshot.
Okay, it is
skill-live.com.
Okay.
Children, you have to send a small short video, or you can sing the song like Miss Para. All that, to this email ID only. Please do not send it by WhatsApp, because WhatsApp we will not able to consider you for winning the best video competition. Okay, so please do send this to email ID. Second, Miss Para, somebody asking how to say zero in French. Can you please explain?
Yes, zero in French is called zero. Zero. Wait, I'll write it on the board only. I'll share the screen and I'll write it only. The word for zero in French is zero. zero. Okay, it's similar to the English language, and the pronunciation is zero. So if you want to start from 0 to 10, it is zero. The through a catch sang si set with navtis. Okay. This
And one kid is asking, can you repeat, how are you? Como
how are you?
sava, right?
Okay. Yes, yes.
Como sava, right?
Yes. How are you in French is como ça va? Como ça va? Okay, it is como ça va. It is not comment as I had told you. It was como ça va. Como ça va? Okay, she's asking. She wants to take a screenshot of the song.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll share my screen again.
Yeah. Children, don't worry. I'm right away sending you the, the link of the YouTube streaming link. Please, you can practice it. Also, one request to all the children. Are all the children in the WhatsApp group? Because I am going to send the quiz links to the WhatsApp group, because here it is getting disappearing, right? So children, are you there in the WhatsApp group? If not, please check this WhatsApp group and join. I have this your WhatsApp group. If you can join this, you will get the video, the quiz, the result, all details over there. Can you check, ma'am? How to say no, miss? Yes, ma'am. Please check the WhatsApp group link. Yes. Please check the WhatsApp group link, children. Please check this. Yes, ma'am. Please join. Again, pronounce Indian boys and girls. Miss Para, how to say Indian boy and Indian girl?
Okay. So as you can see, I am an Indian. For boys, it is je suis and the ya. See, always remember ya and the ya. Je suis and the ya. And for girls, it is je suis and the yen and the yen. Small difference, but still it's very important to remember. So for boys, it is je suis and the ya. For girls, it is je suis and the yen. Okay.
When will be the other lecture? Teacher, can you explain how to say my name? Okay.
Okay. As you can see, if you want to introduce yourself, if you want to say your name, it is je m'appelle. Je m'appelle and your name. So Narendra Modi would say je m'appelle Narendra Modi. I would say je m'appelle Para. Okay. Similarly, you just have to add your name after je m'appelle. As easy as that.
Okay. Miss, we have 3 minutes and one small request to sing the song again. Even I will like to know.
Okay.
Listen to you. That was such a cute song. Okay, kids, you sing at your place loudly. Let mommy, papa hear. Okay.
Okay. So we will start. Bonjour, bonsoir, bonne nuit, bonne nuit, bonne nuit. Bonjour, bonsoir, bonne nuit. Je m'appelle Lara. Como ça va bien, ça va bien, ça va bien. Como ça va bien. Merci, au revoir.
Children, I'm sending right away the YouTube, the class recording to the group, and please keep on practicing. So Miss has taught you everything. So you please just practice full today, and tomorrow morning, by tomorrow evening, send the videos. We are looking for the best French video. You can make a rap song, you can dance, you can sing, you can introduce yourself. Great, so sweet voice. Yeah, ma'am, she has a beautiful voice, and we really love Para, Miss, right from France, from Eiffel Tower. Okay, Miss. So I'll be ending the meeting, but I am putting again the WhatsApp link to children to join, because the quizzes are going to be there, children. I am not going to share quizzes anywhere else except the WhatsApp link. Even the announcement of the announcement of your results will be in the WhatsApp and also in our Instagram page, and announce all this. Please join the group. I said again. So how to pronounce four, Miss? Quickly.
Oh, four is quatre. Quatre.
Quatre.
Quatre. Quatre. Yes.
Quatre. क्या हो रहा है? क्या? Right? Very
good.
Yes. Okay. Miss, bye. Chaichen,
let's see. Thank you everybody for your attention. I enjoyed today's session.
Webinar is great. I loved it.